Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Jeanie Ellis and I'm also known as Scrapbooking Mama. And I want to also welcome you to the new season, New Technique Hop. We're sharing new to us techniques to celebrate a new season. Now, while some of you have probably done this, I had never done this before. So for me, it was a new technique and I wanted to share this with you. We hope that you find each project as inspiring as the next one. Now, at the top of the description box, you're going to find a link to the next person in the lineup. And I do hope that you take the time to watch all the videos because we love your comments and please give us a thumbs up. And if you aren't already a subscriber, I do hope that you will consider subscribing and click on the little bell so you won't miss any of my uploads. If you need to find your place, if you lost your way in the hop or you just want to know where to start, go to or type in actually the words, the hashtag symbol, hashtag new season makes to find all the videos in this hop. And I'll put that below too so that you can click on that and you'll be able to find it very easily. Some of us might be offering prizes on our channels, so be sure that you pay attention for those details. Please check out my description box for all of the details. Now let's get started. Now you can see here that I have like 3 tiles here already done because I was trying to experiment with them. And the first one and this one here I did the same. Of course the pattern's always going to be different, but this one I did a little bit differently accidentally, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. One of the things you're going to need is alcohol rubbing alcohol actually. And this one is 91%. Now, I don't know if 50% will work or not. I've not tried it because this is new for me. Plus, I used some alcohol inks and I made a mess of these because some of them unscrew on the other brand and these don't screw off. The lid just pops off. So what I did first of all was that I poured alcohol over this, and on these two I did that, but I forgot to do it on this one. So I just went ahead and used alcohol blender on this to see if it would, help me out. And it did, but the pattern is really quite different than the other one, which I like it, but I was going for this instead. But we're going to go ahead and continue with this way. Alcohol ink on it, or alcohol on it first, and then the alcohol inks. So I'm going to put these aside. I'll put these aside and I'm going to get started on this. Now I got me a paper towel here just in case, and I got a little wipe. And as you can see, this is what I used before. So it's not necessarily a certain order that I did these in, but I just, once I got started on them, then I kept them in the order that I used on each one. So that's why I've got these lined up. And then I used these afterwards. Let me see if I can scoot this down a little bit. There we go. So what I like about this is that you put the alcohol on and you make sure it's clean, and I've already done that. And you just, pour a good amount on here. And let that be sitting there so that way you can start adding your colors in. And you really do need to shake these up, and I didn't think about that. Now, okay, see, I opened it right. That's why it's so messy, and I hate it when it looks that messy, but hey, live and learn. Now, you just drop the colors into it wherever you want to. And since this has been a few days since I've done this one could look totally different than the others. But I'm okay with that because there are going to be coasters for my living room. Oops, see, I didn't shake that, and you really do want to. Okay, so right now, that's all the colors I'm putting on there of the darker ones. And this one, we're going to put on next. think I need some more of this one. And I know it, again, it doesn't look like a lot, but it really is. I mean, it's more what you think it's going to be because of the fact, oops, because of the fact that it does spread. So let me give that one more, a few seconds more before I go and adding more color to it. I am going to go ahead and add some more of this color here. So I'm just going to kind of let that settle before I add the other two colors I want into it. And I will be right back. Okay, what I like about doing this is that you can add colors to it if you don't want that much white, and I don't want that much white. So I am going to go back and add more color to it. I think I'm going to go ahead and add some of that yellow and the purpley color that I have in here. Go for the yellow first. I'm going to let it go because right now, it does look like it's going to connect or something. So I'm going to let that part go and let it dry some more. And this is the thing about it takes several different steps. And I try not to get in a hurry, but I do. I get in a hurry. So I'll be back again. Now to get these not to be circles, I kind of played with them because with the purpley color, they kind of opened up a little bit like that. I mean, they opened up when I used my toothpick because I really didn't want the circles like that. I just kind of wanted them splattered out a little bit. And the circles are fine. It's just that's not what I was going for. It's fun. I know it's funny as that sounds, but I wasn't really going with that. I kind of liked the scattered look of them. I still feel like there needs to be something else right here, and I don't want to muddy it up, so I want to try to be careful. And you can, if you want to, you can kind of tip them a little bit, as I'm doing here. Not necessarily as I did earlier, but I'm doing it because we're playing around. This is new to me, and it might not be new to some of you, but it is to me. Okay, and if I want to, I can always add to it some more, but because I need to let it dry a little bit more, because again, if you mess with it too much, you're going to just ruin what you did. So, but again, I do love the way these blended out, and this didn't do that because I used the alcohol blend on it after I put the colors on there. So it's different. And while I like it, it is not what I was going for, but that's okay. Now we'll let this dry and I will be back. Now, I actually like the way this came out. So, and it's still drying, so I'm not going to mess with it. And you can add color to it later if you want to. But I really, 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 really like this. So I may work on that one that I did wrong, or in my opinion, I did wrong for what I was going for, and see where it goes from there. So I will go get that one and see what we can do. I am going to go ahead, since I'm kind of redoing this one anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add alcohol to the top, and it probably will take it all off. And you can see here I've already done the edges anyway, but that's okay. It can be redone. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the alcohol on top and see what happens. And it may just blend it in enough to where I can do it like the other tiles. So we'll just kind of see what happens. So I'm going to let it soak in a little bit. See if it does anything. It may not do anything because it's been sitting there a while. I haven't done a finish on top of any of them yet, so maybe it will work. So we're going to let that sit for a little bit and see what happens. Okay, I checked and there's no movement going at all for it. So I'm taking my chances here. And the thing about this, you can always buy another tile if you're not happy with it, or just let it go. Whatever you want to do. So we're going to go ahead and give this a go again. I've got my sister in the background. Geneva, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to let this go for a little bit and see how it does, and I'll be right back because I'm going to wait, let it set a little bit before I do the tipping to it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it's looking a little bit different, but it's still having the same effect, and I can add more color to it if I want to. But I'm just going to go ahead and do the turning. And now I think that it's what I'm going for. It's looking like what I want it, more of what I want it to look now. And I don't worry too much about the edges here because that can be taken care of too. So, and the others have a little bit more of the purple to them, but I'm okay with not having a lot of purple on this one. They don't look purple once they're in here, but it is purple. So I'm going to leave that, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I have got all 4 of them done, and I am going to put a layer or coating or 2 of polyacrylic finish, and then when they're done with drying with that, then I'll put a corkboard piece on the bottom of each one. Now I'm using the polyacrylic. I had used a magic marker to coat the corners. I actually used a Sharpie permanent marker, and it was a fine point. I used that to give the edge a decorative. Now, I'm not real fond of this one, and it seemed like the more I did to it, it lost this right here, which is okay though. I mean, they're not perfect from doing my first time, but you can see the difference between using the alcohol on top before adding the color and the difference in putting the alcohol inks on top and then the alcohol or the alcohol blend. It makes a big difference, and I gotta say I like the fact of the alcohol on first and then the color. So to me that just looks a lot better. So I'm going to take a foam brush. So I'm going to finish these up and then I'll be back to show you. Okay, now you might hear a TV in the background, but you should be able to hear me just fine. But anyway, I've got my project done, and I know there's a glare on it because I put the Mod Podge or the polyacrylic on, and I noticed I missed a spot here, right here, but I can always adjust that later if I want to, and I don't see any big deal to do that. To me, they're not going to be perfect for the first time anyway. I mean, they could for some people, but not for me. But anyway, I have, and I don't know if you can tell which one it is that I put the alcohol on after the fact, but it's this one here. These that have the design in the background are the ones that I did with the alcohol first and then the alcohol inks, and this one was the opposite. And then I thought, I didn't like it, so I retried it, as you recall. Just a quick update there. But now what I want to do is put these coaster pads on the back, because you can see it soaks right through it. and we don't want that to show, and we want to protect our surfaces too. So I'm going to be putting these on each piece. And, oh yeah, and you did see that I added some little flowers to it too. I just drew those on. They're not very good, but I did it. And then I put sprayed Mod Podge acrylic spray on top of that. And if I see that starting to wear out a little bit, I'll just, spray it again. Fix it and spray it again. But anyway, it doesn't matter which direction you put these cork pieces on because they go either direction anyway. There we go. Now we have one done. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish the rest of them up, and then I'll post pictures afterwards. Be sure that you check out the description box below. Make sure that you go to each of the video hop links so you can be eligible to be a winner. Be sure you check the description box too. At this point in my life, I've had so much treatments going on that I don't think about doing certain things, so I apologize for that. But if I am able to, I will post in the description box below if I have a prize to give away. So please be sure that you do look at the description box below, especially for the next person in the lineup. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. It would give me such a blessing if you did that for me. Bye for now.